Now, live from Studio 550, this is The McGraw Show on KTRS.
Team Charles, coming up this October, will be 2 years since I've met you, Charles D'Angelo, who is a weight loss coach, and I'm happy to say you're my weight loss coach, and the work you've done with me is amazing, so we've invited you on to sort of give people some helpful hints. We're talking to Dr. Jeffrey Lowell here last segment. He said that 50-60% of Americans drink sugary drinks, the average 200 calories a day from just sugar.
Yeah, empty calories in so many different forms. Simple sugars really became prominently recognized with a gentleman named Jorge Cruz, who came out with a book called The Belly Fat Cure. And his premise is to remove all simple sugars, and thereby you'll be able to lose a lot of weight. I say if you just remove a lot of empty calories by just eliminating all caloric drinks, and that goes for juice, milks, alcohol, of course, regular soda. It's amazing at the physical changes, the overall wellness feeling that you get by just eliminating all that simple sugar out of your system.
It's amazing. I've heard somebody say that you could lose 15, 20 pounds if you just stop drinking fully leaded soda and go to diet soda.
Yeah, well, imagine if you drink 4 or 5 sodas, each one being around, let's say, roughly 200 calories. You're looking at nearly 1,000 calories a day in simply beverages that go with the food.
Right.
And compound that with not exercising or not being very active, with a lifestyle such as that, it's easy to see the way a person can proliferate their weight and quickly end up morbidly overweight.
I say this every time you're here, but really I can't stress this enough, and that is the difference between just white bread and wheat bread.
You said
it's amazing to me that people still order white bread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, any type of simple sugar products, if you could just switch to whole grains, that's one easy thing to do. And my whole message is that it's not even so much about a specific diet plan. Of course, my upcoming book that will come out in December called Think and Grow Thin is available on Amazon. The whole premise of it is that it's not about a specific diet. It's more about the mindset. That is, the way you think about food. So many people use those simple sugars that you're talking about to change how they feel when they're stressed out, when they're tired, when they're bored, when they want to party. They'll turn to alcohol, they'll turn to cookies, they'll turn to cake, they'll turn to those celebratory types of foods that in our Western culture are so prominent, only really altering their health in a really detrimental way.
Yesterday I walked into a quick shop. I was looking for a magazine, and so I was perusing the aisles, and look, I'm struggle with everybody else trying to eat right and do the right thing. But I walked into this quick shop looking for a magazine, and I went looking through the aisles, and the amount of pure junk that is for sale, I thought to myself, anybody who picks up anything in this building, it's pure poison.
It was crazy. I just got back from New York City. I was on a trip up there, and I stayed in Times Square. And every afternoon and evening, I would take a walk with my younger brother. We would walk around Times Square and just kind of sightsee. And the bakeries there, I know you're from the East Coast up there. I swear to you, I have never seen cupcakes this big. They were literally about the size of your head. And the nice thing about it was this. My younger brother wanted to go in and look at these things, so we went in, and on the label of the cupcake, underneath each one, they had how many calories was in each one.
Right.
Most of them were over 570 calories per cupcake. Consider if you're on a diet eating 1,500 calories, if you eat just 3 of those cupcakes, that's your whole day of food.
Right.
Eliminating all that junk. And more importantly, changing the way you look at food so that those things aren't so pleasurable to you is so important. People say to me all the time, Charles, why won't you allow people simply to have these simple sugars or to have occasionally the things that taste good to them or they found enjoyable? Because I don't want them to reestablish those wrong associations. That is, you need to learn how to think about food so it's not a source of state change. It doesn't change how you feel emotionally, but rather use it for energy.
That's Charles D'Angelo, weight loss coach extraordinaire. How do people get a hold of you, Team Charles?
The website's the best idea, charlesdangelo.com. They can go to Amazon, type in my name, Charles D'Angelo, or call me at 314-495-3228.
You're a good man, Charles. Coming up on 2 years. Thanks, buddy. Have a good weekend.
You too.
It's 9 o'clock, KTRS St. Louis.